Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Sean T. I hope you guys are here and excited. I'm trying to see how many of you are on here. If you have a question, just click the button and then I'll see it pop up on the screen, but I'll give it a couple seconds to get some latecomers in here. So we'll be right there. Not good right now. I'm just waiting to, hey Darren.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm looking at the screen and will it tell you how many viewers is on live?
Yeah, I just can't, without it in front of me, I can't remember how to see it.
Oh, hold on, I'll FaceTime you up there.
But you can just.
Are you in your haircut?
That.
What's up? Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna turn you around so you can see this.
All right. Go behind.
All right.
Like to behind the window. Yeah. I don't know. Just talk to him.
All right, cool.
Just say what's up.
All right, I'll just start it and then I'll hit you up when I'm back. Tell Eric I said what's up.
All right.
All right, fine.
You need to read any questions or anything?
Oh no, I'm good. Thank you. All right, so we have a few people on now. I was just trying to wait. You know me, I'm not very
Tech savvy.
I'm tech savvy, but sometimes with these new little systems, it's a little crazy.
You are definitely tech savvy.
All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? I definitely have some technological. I need to get a book called Technology for Dummies because it'll probably help me. But so if you guys are in the DietBet challenge, that's amazing. If you're not, I think you can still use this as motivation. I finished my podcast today. It should come out on either tomorrow morning or Wednesday. What I'm really excited about is that this week is about taking action. And, you know, a lot of you have chose to join the DietBet or you've chose to go on a journey. And what's really exciting for me is now to not just go on that journey of just join, what's the word I'm looking for? Just do something for fun. If you're going to do it and it's going to be fun, make it, you know, the best and as fun as it can possibly be. Because why are we going through this together if you're not going to give it 100%? It's like if you're an athlete, you don't go out on the field to lose, or if you're running around the track, you don't go out to lose. You go out to give it the best you can do. So even if you don't succeed 100% at what you want to do, at least your actions along the way have pushed you to the next level. And so when you actually do finish, regardless of what place you get, whether you win or lose the game, it's about being able to do the best you can do and walking out of that situation, learning from the mistakes, learning from your weaknesses, learning from your strengths. And, you know, when we're doing insanity, I mean, every day, you know, I do insanity like a lot of times I do my videos, but sometimes like, it's nice outside and I go outside. But a lot of times, even now, even though I created Insanity 7 years ago now, you know, I'm doing something, I'm still trying to get better at certain exercises, or I have to think about my range of motion, you know, not just going through the motions, but actually, you know, having great range of motion so that you can really push forward and do the best you can do. So I know we have some people in there and I'm going to start taking some questions. Let's see. So when you type in a question, I'll be able to see it and then I'll answer it. So ask away. The questions are open and available and I'll give you a couple seconds.
A question come through?
No, there's no questions coming through yet.
You want to start making up some questions?
Actually, if you give me your computer, I can go into DietBet because I know they've been asking questions in the comments, and then I can start asking. If you need to ask a question, just push. There's a Q&A button, and you can push it and ask the questions there. Here, let me see this. All right, so I went into the DietBet thread so I can get some questions out of there. And like I said, if you have a question, push Q&A and type it in, and you should be able to, your question will appear and I'll be able to answer it. So this is the first time I'm doing this without Darren, who's our tech guy, so bear with me, please. Oh, there's a question. Here we go. I'll check it out. All right, it says, hi, Sean, loved your most recent podcast about choices we make. I'm going on vacation next week. What are your tips for me to make choices that will allow me to reach my goals, but still enjoy my trip to Florence, Italy? Well, what's amazing about that is, you know, you're going on vacation, so there has to be some kind of fun downtime, if you will. Scott, where you at? Oh, can you just scroll through here and get some questions in this chat? So, you know, so when you go on vacation, you have to know that it's going to be fun and you don't want to deprive yourself, you know. So something that I do when I go on vacation is, and people laugh at me, but I'm like, eat less carbs and drink more. So if you like wine, it's like during the day, have super, super healthy meals. If you know you want to go out to nice dinners, or you want to taste the food at night and have a nice dinner, just eat really healthy in the daytime. And then at night, you can, you know, taste the foods from that country, or you can just kind of enjoy yourself. So that's just about nutrition. I would say if you don't want to work out every day because you're on vacation, just work out every other day, and work out first thing in the morning, because you know when you're on vacation, once the day starts and it gets behind you, you're like, please, I ain't working out. You won't do it. So just make sure you, oh, I'm getting double voice. Oh, I don't know why. Sorry, it says I'm getting double voice, but let's see. But when you're making your choices to work out, do it every other day and still have fun while you do it. I don't know why I'm getting double voice. Let me see this.
Is there a way that you can turn it off and start again? Or would that?
I don't know.
You want to call Darren?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. It says I'm getting double voice. So does anyone else hear me double voice? Type a question or a comment in there so I'll know. Weird. 2 seconds. Okay. Well, while we're trying to figure out the technical difficulties, and thank you, Renee, I'm going to go to the next question, and hopefully, you know, the double voice will stop and we'll get under control. So the next question is, Sean, for God's sake, how to stop starvation, because I can't hold it for long. From Morocco, you might have heard of this country. I struggle to get your DVDs, but I make through, and I get them, and I work out under Captain Sean T. That's awesome. Oh, cool. Sounds good. Scott, it sounds good right now. I got a response. Starvation. Well, you shouldn't be starving because starvation is one of the main reasons why you have a hard time losing weight, or it will cause you to lose weight in a bad way, and you will be malnourished, and your muscles won't be really. You just won't be strong, and so starvation is not good. And that's why you may have heard me say this before, but eat every 3.5 hours. If you eat every 3.5 hours, oh my goodness, you will not overeat. You will not be angry. You won't be, because I get what you call hangry. You know, brother, if I don't eat for that long, I'm like over it. So eat every 3 hours. Set an alarm on your phone because it's really good to do that and easy. And make sure you have enough carbs, enough protein, and enough to drink, enough water, you know, each meal. It doesn't have to be, I always say eat to be fulfilled, but not full. Because here in America, you know, you go to Cheesecake Factory, you know what I'm saying? They put like 5 servings of everything on your plate. But, you know, just eat every 3 hours and you won't starve. And hopefully you'll make some really good choices of the foods that you eat within those 3 hours. All right, so here we go. I got a question up here. Cool. Here we go. So, question: any chance that you will be coming out with another dance program? I love hip hop abs and rockin' body, and I love to incorporate it whenever I want extra cardio. Oh my goodness, me too. How do I answer that question? Well, I would just say you never know what I'm going to create, but I will let you know this. If I do create something amazing that comes to dance, you will be the first to find out, you guys. I promise you that. So, but just keep doing hip hop abs. I don't know if you have hip hop abs dance party series. That's really, really fun. And then obviously there's Rock It Out, and there's the upsells of that, which I think is Rockin' Body, which I think is like Rock It Out and Booty Time, maybe. I'm not sure. There's a few extra ones in there. So check it out. You can go to SeanTFitness.com and actually look at the programs. So, and like I said, if I come up with a dance program, you guys will be the first to know. All right, here we go. Next question. All right, it says, love you and thank you for being such a great motivator. Oh, I love you too. I love all you guys. I love the dedication that you have, not just to you and yourself. That's number one, but to me, to trust me as your trainer, because, you know, I have those same struggles every day. I mean, like, I know some people are like, oh my God, you know, they say, look at your body and it's easy. And I'm like, it's not easy, you know, even just posting things on Facebook, people are like, oh my gosh, Sean, you look old, you getting old. I'm like, yeah, well, I just woke up and I don't do the whole, let me try to get the perfect angle and look perfect when I post on social media. It is what it is. You get what you get. But I love my little gray hairs. But now I'm going to continue. You say, I lost 20 pounds and have gained 10 back and back doing insanity, but can't seem to lose the last 5. What do I do? It is so freaking frustrating when you got 5 pounds to go. But what I've learned is that there's a 5-pound fluctuation. And sometimes if you try to get those last 5 pounds, it's extremely difficult to keep. Excuse me, I just had a lot of water. It's difficult to keep the 5 pounds off. So don't put too much stress on it. I'll say go back to what you did, what I was talking about before, with making sure you're eating enough food, making sure you're drinking enough water, make sure you don't get in bed at night and you're like, oh my God, I'm starving. And then you want to go downstairs for a midnight snack, or just make sure you have enough energy during your workouts. It really comes down to the nutrition if you're working out, because there are people who don't work out at all and they lose weight strictly by changing up their diet. They cut out soda or they cut out snacks or whatever. So if you're working out, you know, you just got to make sure your nutrition's on point, make sure you have the energy. And furthermore, just make sure you aren't overdoing it with your working out. Make sure you're not going too hard. Or if in the flip side of that is make sure you're not going too soft. Make sure you're going just right and doing the best you can do. So the last 5 pounds will come with nutrition, where you eat every 3 hours and you can keep up the good work. All right, here we go. Next question. Hey, Sean. Hey, I love your work. Love your work too, because you worked on it. Side note, not gonna lie, last breakup, I kept your DVDs, told the ex-boyfriend, I don't know, can't find them, LOL. Oh my God, that's so funny. What type of healthy snacks do you suggest for people on the go? I feel like the days I'm on the go, I'm always so hungry. Well, we learned this in elementary school. Pack a lunchbox. I'm telling you, when you know you're going to be on the go that day, make sure you have your refrigerator stocked with enough food that you can put in little baggies or containers, get a nice little lunchbox that's going to, or cooler, that's going to keep all your stuff fresh, so you know what you're eating is what you want to eat, and you're not so starving that you go past a McDonald's or, you know, whatever fast food chain, or, you know, and you're like, I just need to eat something, and then you end up eating something that you don't want, and then it's a snowball effect of emotion, and then you're stressed. So just make sure you pack and you pack and you pack. Now, what do you pack? I know it's like, what do I pack? I mean, there's always the carrots. I'm big on, like, you know, cooking up some grilled chicken the night before, cutting it up into chicken, you know, slices, having a little salad that is nice and fresh, with some lemon inside. You know, if you have like a healthy kind of fun snack like cashews or almonds, you put them in there. But just make sure, and you can even cut up a sweet potato and make those sweet potato slices, or, you know, just do things that you would normally eat if you had steak the night before, leftovers. Like, put that stuff in there, portion it off, have great portion control, and it should help you out as you go through the day. You won't be starving, and you won't stop to eat something that you don't want to eat. So hopefully you're not hungry anymore. Next question. Here we go. Says, hi Sean, love you to pieces. Love you too. I am 5 feet tall and 135 pounds. I lost 90 and I'm very proud of myself. However, those last 10 to 15 pounds are a different animal. I'm working out regularly and eating 1,200 calories a day. Should I be upping my calories? You should absolutely be upping your calories, especially when it comes to what you're actually working, what you're actually doing as your workout. So please, 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 please make sure you're eating enough. 1,200 calories is like, you can eat 1,200 calories by lunchtime, and now you're trying to spread that out and work out on top of it. If you're eating really good foods, I'm telling you, you're gonna, and you up the calories, you can go to 1,750 calories a day if you're a calorie counter, and I think that'll help. But also maybe switch up your workout a little bit, do some more longer sustained cardio. If you do my programs, T25 cardio is great. It keeps or alpha cardio is great. It keeps you in there. Or if you like going outside, it's getting nicer. Go outside, run for long distances, join some 5Ks on the weekend if you have time, like things like that, you know, and training. But and then make sure you're actually, if you have gamma from T25, it will actually help you get some, lift some weight so you can actually get some muscle and build some muscle, because that really helps you lose the weight as well. All right, I'm going to go to the next question. Thanks for your question. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Next question. Would you top 5 best carbs and proteins? I'm happy you read my question. I'm screaming all over the house, and it's 2 a.m. 2 a.m. So if it's 5 here, that's like, what, 8 and a half? I don't know. Where are you? I would love to know where you are, unless I know that already. So here we go. Top 5 best carbs. Sweet potatoes, as you know. Spaghetti squash. Oh my goodness. Zucchini, squash. What else? Top 5.
Bananas, watermelons, cantaloupe.
Well, that's fruit, but they're carbs too. Watermelon's amazing, and cantaloupe. Quinoa's a good one, and white rice. I know people say don't eat white rice, but it's no gluten, and if you have the right portion, it helps you out. So keep screaming around the house. All right, here we go. So next, it says, love you, Sean. Love you too. I've been following a vegan diet for 10 years now. I know you like the paleo style diets. Do you think this is the only way? Am I doomed on the vegan diet following the insanity program? I'm not necessarily just a paleo guy. I do like the higher protein things, but that's funny. You're not doomed. I'm not a vegan, but what I would say is try to get really good protein that you wouldn't get from animals. So really do your research and what and make sure maybe you need some sort of protein supplement that's going to help with that. But just make sure I say make sure a lot, but you have to do the research and knowing what you're eating so that you can get the best protein that you can get, or I just talked about the 5 best carbs, so that's great as well. So utilize that, but no, you're not doomed. I promise you're not doomed. All right, so here we go. Hey, Sean, I like to work out with my wife more in the morning, and she would too, but I'm not a morning person, and she is. How do I make her happy and do what works for me too? Well, that's simple. If you work out in the morning on Monday and work out at night on Tuesday, and in the morning on Wednesday and at night on Thursday, and then you skip Friday, and then you work out together on Saturday at a time where you could actually sleep in, I don't know if you have kids, then you guys are both happy. One day you're working out at the time that she wants, and vice versa. I think that will work. You gotta give to get. So when you give a little, you get a little, and you both will be happy. Richard. All right, here we go. Hi, Sean. Loved your most recent podcast about choices we make. Oh, we went to that question already. I'll go to another one. Here we go. Love Focus T25. This is from Mayank. Love Focus T25. I'm 38, 5'7", and lost 24 pounds from January 1st to March 31st. All this was with a modifier on Gamma. Now, and it's hard still doing the modifier. Will I be able to get the body of my dreams by doing the modifier? Without modifier, my knees start to hurt. You absolutely can. Just continue to do what you're doing. Continue to have that great nutrition. I would tell you, once you get through T25, you have a couple other options. You can go to Insanity Max 30 because the modifier is on the screen the whole time and you can do it. There's no jumping. And then even if you go to like Insanity, I have Insanity upper body weight training program within the upsell of Insanity. So you can get a little more weightlifting from me. Then there's Asylum Strength, where you can do it, and because you'll be familiar with modifications from the other programs, you can just modify some of those. So you can constantly progress and continue to do the best you can do as a modifier, continue to lose weight and burn calories, and I know you can do it. All right, next question. Here we go. What's up, Sean? When it comes to nutrition, I always feel like I'm lost. What I should to get a track and have each meal be easy and not a mission to figure out what would be the best thing to eat for each meal. By the way, month 2 of Insanity Max 30 is the nanny show. No, not a mission to figure out what the best thing to eat. Well, when you go out to dinner or when you go to the grocery store, I would one day spend a lot of time in the grocery store and like literally walk through and be like, what do I want to eat? Go to the veggie aisle, go to the aisles with even the bad food in it. Know what you don't want, know what you want. And I always used to tell people to pull out a sheet of paper and on one side make a list of all the healthy foods you want, and then on the other side make a list of all the unhealthy foods that you like. And then you know all the healthy foods, and then look at the unhealthy foods and be like, what would be a great substitute for these things? And when you find that substitute for the things on the side that are quote unquote unhealthy, then you'll be able to mix and match choices, and it becomes a fun puzzle piece that you can put together so that you can get great results. All right, next question. Oh, Jonathan, I'm looking at someone, Jonathan Santoni, and he says, hi. What's up, Jonathan? All right, next question. Hi, Sean, I have a problem. I have no energy whatsoever. Being on a diet or not, it makes no difference. I'm also drinking B12 for energy support and coffee, and nothing seems to work. Any suggestions, please? So I guess my question would be, are you working out or are you just on a diet? I'm assuming you're working out. And if you really have really less energy, the second thing I would say is how many hours are you sleeping per night? And is your sleep patterns really good? Are you working up in the middle of the night? Do you have a lot of stress going on in your life? Because these are all things that are energy deflators. Also, the stress in your life can add really heavy weight mentally on you. So there's a lot that you can think about before I tell you to just, if it's really physical and you don't have a lot of that other stuff going on, definitely visit the doctor, because there's a lot of things that could be going on with your body. They might change your nutrition. Maybe you're not eating the right foods, but a doctor can help with that without me being right there. All right, so here we go. We got about 5 more minutes, and then I have to go to my next obligation, which, you know, I'm a busy guy. But it's hey, Shanti, can't think of anything to ask, but thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for the free podcast, for the free Q&As, for everything that you provide to people out there, and thank you for the DietBet. Damn it, Shanti, you rock. Well, you know, I'm glad you said that, and I appreciate it. You know, people on my team, you know, I'm a business owner and a business builder, and people make fun of me because, you know, I really don't like asking people to pay for anything, because for me, I'm just kind of person that provides a service. So when I do DietBet, or when I do these Q&As, or when I do certain things, you know, it's just that I feel like I need to give back to you guys, because you come to my live events, you purchase all my workouts, and, you know, I'm asking you to obviously purchase my workouts, and then I'm, you know, kicking your ass all the way through the workout. So I got to do something nice for you. But it's just what I love to do. And I just believe that, you know, I believe in karma, and I believe the more you give, the more you get. And it's not, I'm not giving to get, but I just believe that, you know, some of you have listened to my podcast, you know, I believe in a golden rule. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. If I have a friend and I do a lot for a friend, you know, if I go to that friend and I ask them for a favor and they're always saying no, but I'm always saying yes, that's not what you want to do. You guys say yes to me, so I want to give you some things back. So thanks for that. All right, here we go. Next question. Oh, thank you, Juliet. That was your name. All right, here we go. For weight loss, is it better to do strength and then cardio? Have a lot to lose from kids. Can I work out every day? Because a day I do not, it's hard for me to bounce back from that day. If I am not hungry, do I still have to eat? My metabolism is slow. Love you. Love you too. You know, I'm all about, for some people who have like motivational issues or constantly going, I'm all about mixing the strength and the cardio every day. And don't worry about the science of the weight loss situation. Like, just do the work. Just lift the weights. Just do the best you can do every single day. Don't care what it is, just move. Because sometimes, like, if you have a personal trainer, it can be easy. If you have DVD, it's easy, but you still have to push play. But if you're constantly doing things that you want to do, it's great. The other thing is always leave yourself wanting more. So, you know, will you lose a lot of weight only working out 10 minutes a day? Probably not. However, if you work out 10 minutes every day and you start to see little progressions, then you can go up to 12 minutes a day, and then 15 minutes a day, and then 20 minutes a day. So always leave yourself wanting more. Don't just try to do an hour working out and dread it 40 minutes in. Because when you start to dread it, then you don't want to go back tomorrow. Do what you can do and give the most energy for you and yourself. And then the next day, you'll be able to push forward, move forward, and you'll be motivated to do more. All right. Thank you so much. All right. One more question, and then I have to move on because it's 5:33 and I have 2 minutes. All right. It says, hi, Sean. What do you do to lose the last few belly fat in order to reveal the 6 packs underneath those disgusting fats? Well, it's not really disgusting, Joshua. Well, I mean, first of all, and I'm being real. The full 6-pack is a very hard thing to keep the entire time. I mean, like, this is what, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to, like, pull, you know, you guys are probably laughing at me like, oh my God, you're ripped or whatever. But like, I can be more ripped. It's very hard to reveal that 6-pack, and it's hard to stay there. So what I advise you to do is look at your body, and this is advice that I can give to myself and other fitness professionals that stress about their midsection. It's like, the minute you accept that the 6-pack won't be there all the time, but if you're living a healthy lifestyle, eating in a really good way, I pretty much think that you can be secure with what you got. Now, the other thing I want you all to do is remember where you started. Because if you remember where you started, you can be happy about where you are today. Because remember you started, that's just, I don't know you, Joshua, but somebody may have started at 270 pounds and now they're 200 pounds and they still don't want to take off their shirt. But if you remember where you started, and you know, when you start a journey and you see people, you look at someone else that may be 20 pounds lighter, you're like, oh, geez, like, please, if I look like you, I would definitely take off my shirt. And then you lose that 20 pounds and then you're like, well, I ain't taking off my shirt because I want to look like that. So just make sure that you don't continue to compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to where you came from. And then each day you'll feel stronger, you'll feel more confident, and you'll feel more secure. So with that, it's 5:35. I have to go. 5:35 here on West Coast time. But I appreciate you guys joining. I appreciate you guys joining DietBet. Just continue to do the best you can do. My podcast should be coming out tomorrow. This week it's about taking action. So take action and take really good actions and commit to your actions so that you can leave every journey and every experience feeling good about what you accomplished. And as I always say, my name is Sean T. Thank you for joining, and peace